Hello everyone, how are you doing? RggV here, and we are back with another video. A little bit late on this one, a little bit late as Annihilape, as you see on the team building, has been already banned. Chi-Yu, Annihilape, and Cyclist are banned from OU into Ubers. Chi-Yu, that was to be expected. Cyclists are, I never thought it was broken. It was like a pretty free pivot, that's completely true. But I never felt it too broken. Maybe on low ladder where people don't know how to deal with it. And Ape is pretty busted as it can do a lot of things. As we're gonna, it has the bulk up Rage Fist move. We're gonna see another way to use Annihilape on this video. But yeah, as I said, since they have been banned and Annihilape has been banned, I cannot use this team in the live anymore. But I got a shit ton of free plays to show this broken team, and I have this team ready for quite a while. But as I posted, if maybe you haven't all seen it, out of nowhere, like trip came to me, and I had to take it since I'm moving out of Honduras in the following days. And it's a town, kind of a town that I had not known before, so it was a good opportunity. I took it. And I was supposed to go back home on Sunday, and I was gonna have time to make the video before the bans, but my trip luck is the worst. I told you, I think last time, of a like 3-hour trip that became 13 hours because of a riot, and then the bus malfunctioned. Well, this time on the road there was a truck that had flipped over, and it was completely on the whole road, so there was no way to get past it. So we had to go back to the town and stay one more night. So that's why I wasn't able to record before the ban took effect. But as I said, I have a ton of replays that we are going to be able to see just how broken this team was and how good Annihilape is on another role besides having the bulk up, the fat bulk up sweeper. So without more ado, let's get into the team composition. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna have heat content just as this one. This team is completely broken. You're going to see most of the replays are on a very high ladder. But yeah, let's get into the team composition. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment. So as the team implies, this team relies heavily on Revival Blessing. We're gonna have, of course, Pommet with the Iron Fist, Leper Berry, with an Electric Terra for the double chuck use, Close Combat, Mach Punch, and Revival Blessing. Of course, with Leper, we're gonna be able to revive 2 allies to Pokemon if we play our cards well. We're gonna have King Gambit, which is also gonna make use of Supreme Overlord, with Black Glasses, Kowtow Cleave, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, Sword Sense, enough speed to outspeed Forward and Skeleton. Then we're gonna have a bulky Volcarona here with Fiery Dance, Giga Drain, Fever Dance, and Morning Sun with the Grass Terra. Ditto, of course, to really avoid getting completely swept by stuff like Extreme Speed Dragonite, which would otherwise be a huge problem, and some other fast sweepers you can set up. And then we're gonna have Chien-Pao with a Sword Sense, Life Orb, super offensive or super hard hitting set. And this time we're gonna go with Jolly. When I got past the sim, it was Adamant, but with the incorporation of Cinderace, Chien-Pao kind of needs to run Jolly. If not, it gets outsped by 1 point. Then we're gonna have Annihilape here with a taunt, lead Annihilape with Stealth Rock, Taunt, Close Combat, and Rage Fist. Water Terra, Defiant, and Focus Edge. It's gonna be very good lead to get the rocks up, get a taunt to avoid getting the other opponent getting the rocks up. Rage Fist with Revival Blessing, we're gonna get at least most of the times 150 DP Rage Fist from the get-go, and Close Combat, of course, max speed, max attack. This is a very offensive team that relies heavily on sacrificing some stuff, trading stuff, and then reviving them, and so on and so on. It's not a get and go team. It does require to get used to know what you want to trade against what stuff. But once you get used to it, it's very, very good. It's an insane team. And shoutouts to, again, Maverick Shooter for giving the team. I think I'm gonna link the RMT that he did on the description so that you can see how the team was made. And I think he did it with Savoras. So shoutouts to both of them for this incredible team. I got to 1900s once I got used to it, like, easily. And I think it peaked at like 2038. So this is a great team. Of course, I mean, like, not usable anymore, so you might have to change it to another lead, but it can still be a very good team. We'll need to change one Pokemon. So let's get into the replay, guys. For the first replay, we're gonna go against up against Steez Evenness. Great ladder player. So let's get into it. I start, of course, with Annihilape. We're gonna get our rocks up on the first turn. I don't want to get the damage, that doesn't matter. But I'm gonna save Annihilape for a sack here. When with the Volcarona, I'm gonna go for the Morning Sun here. Yeah. Then of course I'm gonna have to start going for the Quiver Dance. And we can always switch out. I expected rocks, so I go into Shenpao directly, but he goes for the Ruination. And we get the chip here. Antichrist is a weird name. We lose Shenpao, that's okay. Getting chip on this is incredible. And I think we died to the Rocky Helmet here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we do. Then we go for, I think he expected me to go for Revel Blessing, so he wanted to U-turn, but I go for the double chuck to kill this thing off. And then of course we can still go Volcarona. This completely was Valiant. We go for the Morning Sun. Now I need chip on Cinderace, so I go for the Quiver Dance just one time and then go for the Fiery Dance to give more damage out. Now we go for the Ditto, and of course I'm gonna go for the high jump kick to try and kill whatever comes in. He could have gone Iron Valiant, I guess, but he decided to sack the Iron Hands, and he goes for the Valiant now. I'm still going to sack Ditto here. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go for the Sword Sense with King Gambit, because at this point and with Dark Terra for King Gambit, that would have killed the Valiant. Like, look at this. One KO Sucker Punch to a resisting Roaring Moon. Same goes for the, of course, Iron Hand is gonna kill here. And that's gonna be the first game. Just a last minute sweep with King Gambit. Being able to tank one hit and then just sucker punching everything else to kill it. With the Fallen 4, getting Fallen 5 is easy with Palma, so yeah. Amazing race replay from King Gambit. I think this second one is another King Gambit sweep. Again, making good use of the Revival Blessing this time. So here, I'm always going to go for the Rage Fist on Bolt to get the chip, in case it attacks me. Now this time, I'm gonna go for the rocks, and I think he goes for his own rocks. I should have taunted there. Then I go for the taunt in case he wants to go for like Iron Defense or something like that. And I go for a Rage Fist. I probably expected he expected a close combat. But we get rid of Bolt. And here I just wanted to get Gamora out. And now we go into Ditto, just kind of sack here the Ditto to the Great Tusk because I need the chip on this. Otherwise I can get too problematic even with Shenpao and Volcarona. So I do sack the Ditto here for the chip on the Tusk. And go Shenpao and click on, I think Ice Shard. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Didn't want to click Icicle Crash because it could miss. But then Volcarona can definitely kill this. We can take one Earthquake for sure. And Glimora comes in. I let it kill me with the Power Gem. So with this, I think I already know it's Scarfed. So I get to get the double Revival Blessing here on both Shenpao and Annihilape. And then, well, he gets his spikes up while I still go for close combat here until, no, I kill myself more and more and more until he gets everything up. Now everything's looking green here. I expected him to go into something else, and I knew he was gonna get confident on the King Gambit, so that's why I went for the Dark and Cultivate. I went for Lucky there for the crit, but other than that, everything will be super cute here. Corviknight bulk up, and even then gets one hit KO by the Cult Help Slayer. That's insane. I was not expecting that at all. So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I go for the shit because that surprised me as well. For the next replay, oh, we have here what is a monstrous turn 1 setup destruction from Chen Pao. Here I get lucky with a crit because then I know I can crunch again and still kill Tusk, so I go for it and I bring the pecs. I go for the same here, of course. And on this one, I expect to read as well. I go for the crunch, expecting the Goldengo, but he stayed chump and I lose. But we still took 3 defensive Pokemon, which is great. I go for the Rage Fierce just in case this is Scarf, but knowing that it's not, I prefer to get my rocks up for Shen Pao. We go for Corona, he goes Volcarona as well. Here we have a test off with the Volcarona, in which I could have killed there because I thought he was going to be faster. If I Fire Dance, I killed the Volcarona, but I went for the Quiver Dance, so I messed that one up. And then we still go here and heal and heal and heal until, okay, this turn I decide to sack the Volcarona but leave this at super low HP, but of course I got my Ditto in the back. Gonna be faster, and that's gonna be game. Even if you notice we are, I don't know, see this? Yeah, we are very high on matter, almost at the 1900s at this point. Let's see. Okay, Ludwig Frog, this guy, I think he recently had #1 spot for quite, I don't know, a few days. Not sure about it. But this is again another Shen Pao destructive showcase. But for a great friend of mine, he reads taunt and hits me with the Headlong Rush. I go for the chip instead of the rocks here, which just in case he went for hat. And then here I go for the, I knew he was not gonna stay, so I go for the Sword Dance. He's gonna get confident that it's gonna survive, but not with the dark Terra. I go for the Ice Shard here because this is probably a Scarf. And then he brings the Servalege in, goes into the Fairy, which I expected, but I went for the Crunch anyways. And even with the Fairy and probably a bulk up set, got one KO'd by the Dark Terra +2 Crunch. So of course at that point it was already game, completely swept by the Shen Pao. Let's see here. We have a nice replay as well, where we really make use of the Revival Blessing insanity that we can get. So we go for the taunt here, of course, and he goes for Among Us. He's here, I think he tries to get me just as much, shift as much as I can with the Rocky Helmet from Among Us. And then he reads me correctly and puts me to sleep, but I think I still get one Rage Fist up, which of course is 50 VP, so does nothing, and get killed by the Great Tusk. I bring the Shen Pao in, and I go by the Astral Crash and got lucky because otherwise I would have died there. And then I go for the Crunch. I just need the chip. As always, I can always bring Shen Pao back. At this point, I went for another Crunch. I don't know if he expected me to go for Soccer or for Ice Shard. And I go for another Icicle Crash, just wanting to sack Shen Pao, but I get lucky with another flinch. Again, he probably expected me to go for Revival Blessing, so I go for the kill here. And I have Mach Punch here. I don't know what he was trying to do. Maybe just bait it out. Maybe he thought I was Focus Sash or something like that. I don't know. But I get my Revival Blessing on the Shen Pao. And I go for the Ditto here, expecting either the Crunch or the Ice Spinner. Yep, Ice Spinner. And I wanted to double, but I wasn't able to get it. I go for the immediate, then I go for Ditto here. Let's see. I just want to make sure which replay this was. Sorry. So I go for the Ditto just to get the avoid the Spore and get the Regenerator back up. So here I'm gonna sack. I go for the Crunch. Actually, I go for the Crunch here, and of course I die. But we can bring the Ditto in, and this time around I read the Among Us. I expected the Among Us, and I went for the Ice Spinner. I let Volcarona get sent to sleep. And I bring the King Gambit out. Now, again, I think I get lucky here. He gets an Earthquake in, and I get lucky with a critical hit. Of course, I expected the Ice Shard, of course, so I go for the Iron Head. And last but not least, this of course goes to one-hit KO. Another King Gambit complete sweep. And this one is the biggest revival blessing in Sanity. I think I have like 4 revivals here. Look at this one. This is a pretty funny replay. So I start with Annihilape here, and I think I go for the rocks. No, I go for the immediate close combat. And now I go for the rocks. And I'm just gonna let him kill me off, because what else am I gonna do? And I go for the Pomade. I expected him to go for this. Yep. But at the end, I didn't give him any boost on the Rage Fist. I go for the Quiver Dance here. He goes for the Taunt, which is an amazing play, because I am now completely forced to hit it. And I go for the Giga Drain just in case I survive the second Rage Fist or something, but of course I did not. Then we go for the Pomade, and I expected that, but I still went for a double chuck just to make sure. And now I know this is going to kill me for sure, but I go for the Revival Blessing on the Volcarona, because Volcarona is what can sweep here easily. The King Gambit, of course. So here we go, we kill Shenpao. Now I want to make use of Ditto of his own Revival Blessing, that's gonna go for Mag Punch. Okay, we survived that. Now we go again for our own Revival Blessing to bring Pomade back in. We go into Volcarona now just to sacrifice it, and we get lucky with a burn on the D-Knight. So now I can bring Shenpao, and it's gonna survive on extreme speed. So I don't mind that, otherwise I would have had to go King Gambit. Of course, he now I think brings Pomade in, and I let it, just in case he went for Revival Blessing, I went for Icicle Crash. And here I use not mine, but Ditto's other Revival Blessing. Now I go for the Struggle to let it die, and now I go for another. I kill this thing first, of course. Yes, I need to kill this thing first, because otherwise I'm gonna get destroyed. Here he wanted me to use my double chuck. Now I go for the Revival Blessing, because I expected a Sucker Punch from this thing. And we get the Ditto back, but at this point it's already game, because I do have Act Punch. And of course, she won't be faster because it's probably specs, and I can close combat and kill, or get the Act Punch chipped and then kill with the rest of my mods. I revived twice with Ditto and revived twice with Pomade. 4 Revival Blessings. This thing was insane. And it's probably made for a very short video, but that's how we're gonna have it. I have a lot of other replays, but I think this showcases the strength of the team. You know, again, I'm gonna leave the RMT below for you to see. And we are going to be bringing more hit content, of course. As I said, this thing can't be used anymore because of Annihilape. What you just need to change the maybe Glimora, some other taunt stealth rocks. Can't think of any right now, but there probably are. Maybe even what's the name of this? Mon Pinkaton could be as well. And I hope you're not hearing that rooster right now. Hopefully the mic cuts it out. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Sorry for the lack of content. Sorry for I am already banned the team. I was not able to get it on time, but I really enjoyed it, and I think you would as well. So that's why I bring this video up replays to you. Next one, of course, gonna be alive with another hit team. Hopefully you enjoy. I'll see you next time. See ya.